वंदे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वं भक्तबिन्दसमन्वितं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे नित्यानन्दसहोदितं श्रीनन्दनन्दनं वन्दे राधिका चरणोदयं गोपीजनसमयुक्तं बिन्दावनं मनोहरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुश्च कृपासिन्धुव्यवच पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयितगिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। वृन्दावै तुलसीदेव वै पिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्तिपदे देवी सत्त्ववत्त्वयि नमो नमः। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो मुदीरये। संकीर्तने कृष्ण कथोपदेश गौरीयपत्रस्य प्रकाशने च सदानुरक्तो गुरुभक्तियुक्तो भक्तिप्रमोदाख्य जगोद्वरुण्य ध्येयं सदा परिभवग्नमभिष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरञ्चनुतं शरण्यं भीतात्युहं पनुतपाल्भवाद्दिपूतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरणारविन्दम् यत्पादपल्लवनखचन्दमनिच्छटाय विस्फुरिजित किमपि गववधूष्वदर्शि पूर्णानुरागरससागरसारमूर्तिः साराधिकामयि कदा कृपां करोषि। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यप्रभुनितानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तबिंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तबिंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावदातो संकीर्तनैकवितरो कमलायताक्षो विश्वाम्बरो द्विजवरो जुगधर्मपालो वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरो करुणावतारो। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितो दिव्यरूपं भुक्तिं च मुक्तिं च ददासि नित्यं भावानुरूपेण सदा नरानं। गङ्गातरङ्गरमणीयजटाकलापं गौरी निरन्तरविभूषी त्वामभागं नारायणो प्रियमनङ्गमदापहारं वाराणसीपुरपति भज विश्वनाथं। वागीशजुष्व वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ते संवित् त्वं नृसिंहमहं भजे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Ram Hare. Gaurangaika gatir bhajasitamati si gauradham sthiti satsatsaika vitir kusanga virati dusto vetha niskriti sirupaika rati sanatananati si jivate jostuti Shishidhanta Saraswati Vijayate Gauriya Goshtipati Shishidhanta Saraswati Vijayate Gauriya Goshtipati Gauriya Goshtipati Sri Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada said that to serve the lotus feet of my Paramahansa Jagat Guru, Sri Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, I am always ready to go to hell with due contact. I have no hesitation in it. To serve the lotus feet of my Paramahansa Jagat Guru, I am always ready to go to hell with due contact. I have no hesitation. Often, Srila Prabhupada used to say that our life is totally dedicated unto the lotus feet of Sadguru, unto the lotus feet of Guru Gauranga. So we must feel positive view. We must always feel positive way. What is that positive way? In Kirtan, Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing, Tomar সেবায় দুঃখ হয় যত সেও তো পরম সুখ তোমার সেবায় দুঃখ হয় যত সেও তো পরম সুখ Any amount of trouble and sufferings going to come in your life in the way of Guru Gauranga Seva, we can accept those as, positive way. We can accept positive way. We can accept all gladly. Any amount of trouble or sufferings coming in our life in the way of Guru Gauranga Seva, Sadguru Seva, we can accept all those very gladly. Actually, point is that those problems and sufferings are always welcome in our life. We like to do non-stop Guru Gauranga Seva. We don't like to find any kind of interval. We like to take rest. Enough Seva done, now we will have to take some rest. After then we can think again to do or not to do. Not that. A real Gauriya Sadhu always doing non-stop Guru Gauranga Seva. There is no interval. If there is any interval, fraction of second, then that gapping is more than sufficient, that Mayadevi can enter in your life and kill you. We cannot allow any interval. Within that gapping, Mayadevi can enter and make some problem with me. So, a pure Gauriya Sadhu, we have seen in the life of Guru Padma, in the life of Parampuja Keshav Goswami Maharaj, in the life of Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, and after all in the life of Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, non-stop seva going on. This is the perfect conception of Siddhanta of a genuine Gauriya Bhakta, Sadhu. When my life is totally dedicated unto the lotus feet of Guru Gauranga, then I cannot reserve anything for me separately. When my life is totally dedicated, if my life is totally dedicated unto the lotus feet of Guru Gauranga, then I cannot reserve anything for me separately. I cannot have any right to reserve any secrecy in my life. We can remember the following teachings of Sriman Mahaprabhu. While coming through Jharkhanda forest, somehow some critical skin disease was seen in the body of Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad. You know it very well. Through Jharkhanda he was coming. So somehow some critical skin disease was there, was seen in the body of Sri Sanatana Goswami Pad. When he took shelter at the Bhajan Kutir of Sri Namacharya Haridas Thakur at Purushottam Dham, to avoid touching, to avoid contamination, to avoid touching, avoid touching others. He wanted to stay safely so that no problem can be there with his disease. But that was the usual habit, of Sriman Mahaprabhu to embrace him forcefully. Daily Mahaprabhu coming to pay darshan to Haridas Thakur, and since Sanatana Goswami is there, so he used to embrace him daily. It is the usual habit of Sriman Mahaprabhu to embrace him forcefully. He always wants to go away because he knows all my bad bloods and everything touching Mahaprabhu's, Mahaprabhu's transcendental body. He was very sorry for that. Once he developed a critical, detachment, he took decision to throw his useless body under the wheel of Sri Jagannath Deva chariot at the time of Rath Yatra festival period. Rath Yatra festival almost approaching. So, all-pervading Supreme Lord sitting inside the heart of each and everybody. So naturally, Mahaprabhu could know all about the decision taken by Srila Sanatana Goswami Pad. So naturally, Sriman Mahaprabhu became very much disturbed, and Mahaprabhu started saying in front of Sanatana, your life is now my property. Your life is now my property. You have no right to destroy this body. Sanatana, you are 100% inclined because your life is sold to me through your full dedication. Then how you can take this kind of decision? In that case, how you can think that way? The same teaching we can get from Srila Prabhupada. Already I told. To be frank, I would like to say more and more clearly that if you want to get exact teachings of Sriman Mahaprabhu, then you are bound to approach Srila Prabhupada and his mission. Be careful. This Siddhanta is 100% perfect. If at all anybody like to get the exact teachings, exact guidance of Sriman Mahaprabhu, then he must come in front of Srila Prabhupada or his mission. If you want to get exact teachings of Sriman Mahaprabhu, then you are bound to approach Srila Prabhupada and his mission. There is no alternative at all. That is why you can remember Srila Prabhupada often used to say, Gauriya Math is the only pathway to Godhead. Now those foolish people can put some question about the service of Srila Prabhupada for his Gurudev. Now those foolish people can put some question about the service of Srila Prabhupada for his Gurudev. Because argument is their only weapon. Through which always they like to come out successful. But this is not possible. Tarko apatishto srutayo vivinya naso murir yasya matam navinyam Dharmasya dattam nito guhayam mahayano jenu gatu sapantha. Mahajano jenu gatu sapantha. We will have to follow our Guru Varga in toto. In toto, we will have to follow. There is no other way. So, Tarko, logical interpretation cannot stand in the way of that absolute truth. We cannot come out successful through argument. So, but argument is the only weapon. They can think that cooking, serving, washing clothes, etc., all those can be exact seva of a disciple. So naturally, they become very anxious, doubtful, when they cannot find any such seva done by Srila Prabhupada for his Gurudev. They think, cooking for Gurudev, washing clothes and serving, and this is called seva, Guru Seva. They think that way. So naturally, they express some doubt and anxiety when they cannot find any such seva done by Srila Prabhupada for his Gurudev. They cannot believe that Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale. They cannot believe. They always recite this sloka all the time. Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale. We all reciting this so. But they cannot understand the meaning of this sloka. Sri Chaitanya Manovishto, actually, this is the main Guru Seva. What is that? What is main Guru Seva is to implement the teachings of Mahaprabhu and Guru Varga in this material world, to establish all Siddhanta Vichara. So, Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale, to establish the Siddhanta Vichara of Sriman Mahaprabhu and Guru Varga is the main Guru Seva, main Bani Seva, through which 100% perfect Bani Seva, and this kind of Seva was done by Srila Prabhupada. 100% perfect Bani Seva was done by Srila Prabhupada. So, though 100% perfect Bani Seva, Srila Prabhupada all along being doing perfectly, doing perfectly. This is called actually Guru Seva. But common people, they cannot understand. People can be in great confusion about Guru Seva and Laghu Seva. There is two terms. One is Guru Seva, one is Laghu Seva. Laghu means cheap Seva, Maya Seva. So there is confusion between these two. Sometimes bonded soul can misunderstand when there is Laghu Seva going on. Not at all Guru Seva. No question of Guru Seva is there. But still, the external arrangement, they are in confusion. Maybe this is actually Guru Seva. I can give the example that those Mayavadis, they are doing Guru Puja in a great enthusiastic way. Those Mayavadis, they are always doing Guru Seva, very more enthusiastic way than us. But their Guru Seva, external, exhibition of Guru Seva is totally false. Because they don't believe Guru Tattva. They never believe the eternity of Gurudev, Bhagavan. So, their Guru Seva, their excellent Guru Seva externally, exhibition is totally useless. This is called Kapat Guru Seva. So, people can be in great confusion about Guru Seva and Laghu Seva. Actually, those Mayavadis, they are doing Laghu Seva, Mayavadi. The Maya Seva they are doing. To satisfy Sadhu Guru Vaishnava is real Seva. What do you mean by Seva? What do you mean by Seva? Seva means actually to satisfy Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. That is called Seva. To satisfy Sadhu Guru Vaishnava is real seva. So, not only that, but also they can point out the violation of all the three main instructions already given by Paramahamsa Jagadguru Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj to him, to Prabhupada. They think that Prabhupada not going to obey his Gurudev. There was his Paramahamsa Jagadguru, Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, his first instruction to Prabhupada was there. My Prabhu, Amar Prabhu, don't go to Kalir Brahmanda. Don't go to Calcutta, Kalir Brahmanda. Second instruction, my Prabhu, don't make any disciple. Third instruction, Amar Prabhu, don't go for any association. Be careful. Don't go for any association. Srila Prabhupada, out of his exclusive discrimination, Srila Prabhupada, out of his exclusive discrimination, wanted to give perfect answer on all those issues. Because externally, he was seen to go to Calcutta. Externally, he was seen to go to Kalir Brahmanda, Calcutta. Also externally, it was seen that Prabhupada making disciples so many. So also externally he was seen to make many disciples. Again externally, he was seen to go for material association, externally. But Srila Prabhupada giving exclusive Siddhanta Vichar in front of us, that I never went to Kalir Brahmanda, Calcutta. I went to Gauriya Math, Gauriya Mission at Calcutta. So Gauriya Math, Gauriya Mission is not a part of Kali Brahmanda. So Gauriya Math is not a part of Calcutta, Kali Brahmanda. Rather, this is Vaikuntha Prangan. It is the courtyard of Vaikuntha, where I get the privilege, scope to sing the glories of Supreme Lord all the time, non-stop. So, I never like to go to Calcutta. I never went to Kalir Brahmanda. Also, I never make any disciple. Actually, they are not my disciple. They are all my Guru Varga. Prabhupada used to say, Bipod Uddharan Bandhu Varga. They are going to help me in Guru Vaishnava Seva. They are going to control me, guide me in front of them. I cannot make any mistake. They are going to arrest me. So, I never make any disciple. They all are my Guru Varga. I never went for any material association. I never want to make any material association. Never. I am less interested to go for any material association because by the magic spell of the topmost association of Paramahamsa Jagadguru Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, I feel detested for any material association. By the highest association I received from my Paramahamsa Jagadguru, I am feeling totally detested for any material. I have no desire. I hate material association. So, also we can remember the case of Ramanujacharya, the great. I can give this example, but first of all I like to discuss this point, that really that was itself a great revolution in the history of Vaishnava Acharyaship. Really, that was itself a great revolution in the history of Vaishnava Acharyaship. When the world-class, topmost Pandit, Srila Prabhupada took Diksha from such a Gurudev who was not at all educated. This is itself a great revolution, a revolting matter. So, we can discuss this point on time. We can also remember that Srila Ramanujacharya was given a strict instruction by Srila Goshtapurno about not to disclose the secrecy of Mantaraj in front of anyone. Goshtapurno wanted to give a strict restriction to Ramanujacharya not to disclose this secrecy of Mantaraj. On this condition, he was bound to give this treasure to Ramanujacharya. But still, Srila Ramanujacharya was bound to disclose this mantra rahasya, secrecy of mantra, in front of many people at a time. So, Ramanujacharya was bound to disclose the mystery, rahasya of mantra in front of many people for their eternal benefit. But when Srila Goshtapurno got that information, then he told him that you are surely going to hell. You are surely going to hell for violating my instruction. I told you not to unveil the mystery of this mantra rahasya in front of any people, but you disobey me. Then Srila Ramanujacharya, very glad, then Srila Ramanujacharya, with a mood of apology, replied him that Mahasaya, oh Gurudev, Goshtapurna, in front of Goshtapurna, Ramanujacharya was bound to speak in a very humble mood, apologizing mood, that, oh Mahasaya, if such a fallen soul like me, going to hell for the disclosure of this mantra rahasya in front of others for their eternal benefits, then how much less important the matter is. Then and there, Srila Goshtapurno could realize the sympathetic heart of Srila Ramanujacharya about his great Acharyaship. So to establish Sri Chaitanya Manabhishta in this world, Sri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale, to implement the teachings, or Siddhantas of Guru Varga, to establish Sri Chaitanya Bani and Siddhanta in this world. This is the topmost mode of Guru Seva. That is why Srila Paramahansa Acharya Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj was always happy with him. He was always satisfied with him. Externally, you cannot find, externally Srila Prabhupada was not with him. Externally, nobody could find that Srila Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj is there in front of Prabhupada, or Prabhupada is in front of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj to do some physical service. Not that. Most of the people, those who are foolish, they cannot understand what do you mean by Sangha. Sangha, what do you mean by? Mental Sangha is also important. Mental Sangha is also important. So, to stay with Guru Vaishnava, be careful, it is very vital Siddhanta. To stay with Guru Vaishnava means to stay with their acharan and siddhanta. Be careful. To stay with Guru Vaishnava and Bhagavan means to stay with their acharan, siddhanta, vichar, everything. This is called actual Sangha. Is somebody going to demand, I am staying in Chaitanya Math, where you are staying? Foolish. Actually, I can promise, touching Gita, Bhagavad, everything, I am staying in Chaitanya Math all the time. Who can cut this Siddhanta? All the time, I am staying in Chaitanya Math. Because I like to follow all the acharan, etiquette, Siddhanta of Prabhupada all the time, every fraction of second. Maybe I am weak, but I am trying my best. This much I can say. So to stay with Guru Vaishnava means to stay with their acharan and siddhanta. But most of the people, foolish people, they are making mistake. Because they are saying, Prabhupada not cooking, not washing clothes, not cooking for Babaji Maharaj. So what kind of seva done by Srila Prabhupada? If at all anyone would approach him, if at all anyone would approach him, I mean Gaur Kishore Baba, to speak something against about him, about Prabhupada. If somebody going to speak something about Prabhupada, against Prabhupada, then he usually used to give appropriate, fitting answer to the man who is coming to speak against Prabhupada. Srila Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj used to speak, you don't like that Srila Bimala Prasad going to show the exact way of Suddha Bhakti? You don't like it? You have so much jealousy? You don't like that, see, that he, actually Bimala Prasad, going to show the exact way of Suddha Bhakti? You don't like? This was his strict answer in front of them. Those who are coming with some complaint against Prabhupada. Srila Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj always used to call him as Amar Prabhu, Ho my Prabhu, Ho my Prabhu. Srila Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj always used to call Srila Prabhupada as my Prabhu. Not only that, but also from heart, Srila Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj used to think, he is my Guru, not Sishya. I can give one or two examples, then you can realize this point actually. Long ago, one invitation was there from Rani Chara. Prabhupada received one invitation from Rani Chara. Rani Chara means that side, Kulia. Prabhupada received one invitation to speak Harikatha. Anyway, to speak Harikatha is good, no problem. Srila Prabhupada went there and after Bandhana started speaking Harikatha, revolting Harikatha, very nice Harikatha. Then while speaking Harikatha, suddenly he was bound to glorify the character and the leelas, aprakita leelas of Babaji Maharaj. And suddenly Prabhupada could discover that Srila Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, my Paramahansa Gurudev, sitting among audience to hear Harikatha with kambal on his body. Whenever Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj could hear all the glories about him, then he went away from that place. Srila Prabhupada was surprised to see my Guru Pad Padma Paramahansa Srestha, he is sitting among audience to hear my Harikatha. He thinks I am his Guru. Oh, really so. So that is the Siddhanta of Srila Prabhupada. Many times he often used to speak that a Paramahansa Acharya never think that they are all my Sishya. Srila Prabhupada used to speak often used to speak, that they are all my Guru. not my Sishya. A Sadguru, a Paramahansa Guru never think that they are my disciple. They never like to make any disciple. That is a symptom of one Paramahansa Guru. That is the main symptom. They never like to make any disciple. They like to represent themselves in a very humble way. Nijo seshto jane, uchishto adi jane, hobe obhimano bhar. If I like to express myself as a guru in front of disciples, they are going to take some uchishta prasadam from me, but I cannot allow. That is the desire of Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj, that is the desire of Prabhupada. They never allow. Sometime, Srila Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj used to enter into public latrine to do Harinam peacefully, to avoid, this Vishayi lok. And this was the usual practice of Srila Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj. Procedure, how to cheat material people. To avoid material peoples, somehow, sometime he used to enter into public latrine to do Harinam peacefully, to avoid their, disturbance. Srila Prabhupada speaking, that was the mood of my Paramahansa Gurudev. Paramahansa Gurudev is a, direct example, living example of that Trinada Vibhav. I can discuss this point. Detailed discussion. But now I am touching actually. Srila Prabhupada used to speak that my Guru Padma was the living vivid example, or the living example of this Trinadavi Sloka. He entering to public latrine to prove that those material people, they can come very easily and they can make urine on my head, they can pass stool on my head, they can go on doing this kind of operation, and also I can go on increasing my humbleness. So, one day when Srila Prabhupada, Bimalaprasad Saraswati went to meet him, to pay Dandavat unto his lotus feet someday, Prabhupada went to Rani Chara, that side of Navadip, Mayapur, that is Kulia, Navadip. Then already Prabhupada could see that Babaji Maharaj is doing same lila. He is inside bathroom, latrine. Then Srila Prabhupada started calling with very humble mood. Srila Prabhupada knew the mood of Srila Gaur Kishore Babaji Paramahansa Gurudev. So Prabhupada started calling him with a very humble mood. Oh, Babaji Maharaj, here I am your servant, Bimala Prasad. Please give me darshan. Please don't try to deprive me, don't try to cheat me. I am your servant. Bimala Prasad. After some time, when Prabhupada speaking this way repeatedly, then Srila Babaji Maharaj was bound to come out in front of him with a very laughing mood and started speaking, "Oh, my Prabhu, you sit here in front of me, please be seated." Then after that, Srila Babaji Maharaj, started speaking, "I like to hear some Bhagavad sloka from you. I like to hear some Bhagavad sloka from you. Would you please, recite some slokas from Bhagavatam?" After hearing some nice slokas from from Srimad Bhagavatam, after hearing some nice sloka spoken by Srila Prabhupada, he was very much interested to hear some explanation of those slokas from him, from Prabhupada. Amar Prabhu, could you please explain the meaning of the slokas? Very nice. So according to the advice of Srila Prabhupada, according to the instruction and advice of Srila Babaji Maharaj, accordingly he started explaining in a very precise way all the, explaining those slokas, the meaning. He was really very, very happy. He was so happy that Babaji Maharaj started giving, Srila Babaji Maharaj started giving dust particle from the lotus feet, from his own lotus feet, unto the head of Srila Prabhupada. He started giving, one by one, started giving dust particles from his own lotus feet unto the head of Srila Prabhupada. He went on giving. Kripa, kripa, kripa. We cannot even imagine, whereas one such dust particle is really very, very rare to get. That was the causeless mercy of Srila Babaji Maharaj on Srila Prabhupada. Then how we can say that exact Guru Vaishnava Seva was not done by Srila Prabhupada? How we can say? We must understand what is Guru Seva, what is Logu Seva. To get the total satisfaction of Guru Vaishnava is actual Guru Seva. To get the total satisfaction, to try to get the total satisfaction of Guru Vaishnava, Bhagavan is actual Seva. We forget this secrecy. We forget this secrecy. That is why we are always ready to project ourselves as big Guru Sevak. We forget this secrecy, we forget this secret Siddhanta. That is why we are always ready to project ourselves as big Guru Sevaks. After hearing some nice slokas from Srila Prabhupada, from Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada, he was very much interested to hear some explanation of those slokas from Srila Prabhupada. So accordingly, as per the desire of Srila Babaji Maharaj, he started explaining in a very precise way. He was really happy. He was really very happy to hear all the explanation of those slokas. He was so happy that he started giving all the dust particle from his own lotus feet onto the head of Srila Prabhupada. He started giving all the dust particle from his own leg on the head of Srila Prabhupada. You see, we cannot even imagine. Whereas one such dust particle is really very, very rare for us to get. Also, you can remember the request of Srila Uddhavji Maharaj, Asa Maho Charanareno Jusa Mahamsam. You can remember this sloka. Then how we can say that exact Guru Vaishnava, Guru Seva was not done by Srila Prabhupada? What do you mean to say? To get the total satisfaction of Guru Vaishnava is actual seva. to seek the total satisfaction of Guru Vaishnava is actual Guru Vaishnava Seva. We forget this secrecy. We are so foolish. We are so material, we are looking everything with material view. We are going to judge everything, material point of view. We forget this secrecy of bhajan. That is why we are always ready to project ourselves as big Guru Sevak to enjoy whole lava, puja, patishtha related to this matter. Not only that, but also always we like to prove that I have intimacy with this Babaji Maharaj or any important Guru Vaishnava. So not only that, also we are always ready to take undue advantage of our false relationship with Guru Vaishnava. We are always ready to take undue advantage of our false relationship with Guru Vaishnava. That is the main tragedy. Actually, Srila Prabhupada used to speak that some useless people, they always used to stay all around Srila Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj. All useless people. They always used to stay with Srila Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj all around. Srila Prabhupada used to speak. Srila Babaji Maharaj, Paramahansa Babaji Maharaj never throw them out externally, or Srila Babaji Maharaj never accepted them from heart. Never Babaji Maharaj accepted them from heart. But they always wanted to prove that we are very intimate with this Paramahansa, Babaji Maharaj. That is their, mood. They always wanted to take undue advantage of their false relationship with Babaji Maharaj. We know in this material world, any company can sell own goodwill to another company. In this material world, we have this kind of experience, that any company can sell own goodwill to another company. So that goodwill maybe cost crores of rupees. But here, we can collect the goodwill, that kind of goodwill, undue advantage we can take. We can collect this kind of goodwill simply by applying political brain. This we can try. But actually, you cannot come out successful. Externally, I am successful, but internally I am not successful. I can never come out successful. So to collect this kind of goodwill, to use this undue advantage of the goodwill of Guru Vaishnava, I can use. I can collect this goodwill simply by applying political brain. Some so-called disciple or devotees, they wanted to utilize the goodwill of Srila Prabhupada. Some so-called disciple or devotees, they always wanted to utilize the goodwill, reputation of Srila Prabhupada very tactfully. They are just like crow. They are just like crow. Or even some are just like vulture. Vulture is a patient creature. Some of them are just like crow, and some of them, they are like, vulture. A crow always busy. A crow always busy to collect all dirty things. A crow always busy to collect all dirty things as a very essential objects. And Srila Raghunath Das Goswami Pad, that is why he was bound to write, to give us a relation. Pratishtha sadhishta sapacharamani meridhi natet. Raghunath Das Babaji Maharaj, Raghunath Das Babaji Maharaj speaking, Pratishtha sadhrishta. Pratisthasa is a topmost kick of Mayadevi. Pratisthasa, nobody can go out of Pratisthasa. It's very dangerous. It is almost impossible. It is almost impossible. Pratisthasa, to leave Pratisthasa is quite impossible. That's why Raghunath Das Goswami is speaking, Pratisthasa dhishta sapacha ramani me hirdi natet. It is one sapacha ramani, a very low caste sapacha. Ramani means lady. You know, that is that kind of comparison, comparative statement given by Raghunath Das Goswami. Pratisthasa dhrishta sapacha ramani me hirdi natet. Always dancing inside my heart, this sapacha ramani, pratisthasa, always I want to get this kind of. Sometimes some sadhak can go out of Kamini Kanchan, but Pratishtha is the last kick. Pratishtha is the last kick of Mayadevi. You know, that's why, who is Vaishnava? In this answer, Prabhupada was bound to give this answer. Prabhupada was bound to answer very nice way. Kanaka Kamini Pratishtha Bhagini Chariyache Jare Seito Vaishnava. Kanaka Kamini Pratishtha Bhagini Chariyache Jare Seito Vaishnava. Who is Vaishnava? Kanaka Kamini and Pratishtha Bhagini, if gone all totally from the life of one sadhak, he is actually Vaishnava. Otherwise it is quite impossible to become Vaishnava. So, Kanaka Kamini Pratishtha Bhagini Chariyache Jare Seito Vaishnava. So, maybe we know now some devotees putting question in front of me directly. So, I would request them not to put question directly in that way. That this Maharaj, this Maharaj, this Maharaj, you should not speak that way. Because I have no mood, I have no temperament, no mood to criticize anybody. Simply it is my duty to represent Siddhanta. After hearing all this perfect Siddhanta, you will have to take decision. Don't put the name of any Maharaj, what Babaji Maharaj want to speak about, that Maharaj. I am not going to answer. Because it's very dangerous. Only I would say that you should go through Harikatha and try to understand what I wanted to speak. What I wanted to speak, that those who already left Prabhupada, committed aparad, directly or indirectly, I already explained many times. If somebody going to stay in that group, they are also aparadi. They are also aparadi. They are also, because simply in Bengali, it is in Bengali, village, we hear this simple word, that aparad je kare, who is doing aparad, pap and aparad, he is same responsible with those people who are going to support. They are also. So don't try to put question in this naked way. You should understand. So when I already told that these, they all left Prabhupada, some of them left directly, some of them left indirectly, then you should have your brain that if any Maharaj going to keep link with them, if you find Maharaj was already there in that group, then surely is going to miss his bhajan. So I cannot give answer, that way. So you will have to understand. So, Kanaka Kamini Pratishtha Bhagini Chariyache Jare Seito Vishnu, that is the only, Siddhanta through which you can understand that who is Vaishnava, who is not Vaishnava. Another point I would say that Pratishtha Asa, maybe some Maharaj, some Acharya started his life very, very nicely, but we have countless examples that halfway, when Pratishtha started coming, halfway their mood was changed. They fall down. So Acharya elected by somebody, elected by any group, that doesn't mean he is perfect Acharya. You will have to do bhajan perfectly, you will have to get right exact answer from Shastra. Tasmat Shastra Pramanante Karja Karjo Vyavasthita. What to do, what not to do, that you will have to take decision by the support of Shastra Siddhanta. If you fancifully, if you are going to make your mind, if you are going to make your mind your own director, if you are going to make your material mind your director, you are going to follow your material mind, in that case, I have no responsibility. You can lead your life fancifully. You need not hear Harikatha. I am less interested. So, Kanaka Kamini, Pratishtha Bhagini, Charya Chejare Seisha Vaishnava is very sensitive point. Not that you can realize it overnight. You will have to do bhajan for many, many years, very sincerely. You will have to enjoy the full Kripa, Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Kishore Baba, all our previous Guru Varga. First point is that really it is very dangerous that common people, they cannot understand the language of Prabhupada. They cannot understand the Siddhanta of Prabhupada. So naturally, some so-called Acharyas started changing the Siddhanta of Prabhupada. They wanted to change Siddhanta, they wanted to represent very easy way, but be careful. When I am going to translate any writings of Prabhupada, I have no right to change even one dot, full stop, nothing. So important. If I am going to write something, some dictation of Prabhupada, if I am going to change some full stop, this, that I am going to change, apostrophe, then is big problem, big aparat. That's why we heard from our Guru Varga, when we are going to do Kirtan of Guru Varga, I mean Bhaktivinoda Thakur or Lochandas Thakur or Narottama Thakur, it was instruction. It was the instruction of Guru Varga not to change even dot, full stop, nothing. Hyphen, dash, nothing. You have no right to change. As it is, you will have to. Because how much blood, how much sweat, how much tears is involved behind this writing. After that, we can sing very easily. We can sing very easily. It is very easy for us to sing. We can sing very easily. Pasane kutibo matha onole poshibo. Pasane kutibo matha onole poshibo. We can speak, we can sing very easily. But how much blood, how much tears is involved in this writing? We will have to realize. Before singing any kirtan, always we will have to feel the mood of Guru Vaishnava. Otherwise, our kirtan is useless. So you can find some acharyas, new acharyas, so-called acharyas, they always try to change the writings of Prabhupada, represent easily, made easy. Before exam, whole life you are not doing, a whole year, you are not going through your syllabus. But before exam, you are very anxious, going to College Street to buy a medicine, so that you can follow medicine within 7 days and try to appear in the exam. Okay. This kind of exam is not good for you, it's not good. So, I am not Sahajiya, I cannot approve Sahajiya way. So I would request you to put energy day and night for your bhajan. I cannot allow any compromise with Maya Devi. You can leave my Harikatha, you need not hear. I cannot make any compromise with Maya Devi. Prabhupada speaking, we cannot expect Bhagavan to come with a mixture of Maya. Oh Bhagavan, you come, but with a mixing of some Maya. I cannot accept you if you come in pure form. This is not allowed. I cannot speak that way. There is no compromise. So, Raghunath Das Goswami Maharaj, Babaji Maharaj speaking that way, Patishta Sadhishta Sapacharamani Me Hidinade. Prabhupada writing, Khanaka Kamini, Patishta Bhagini, Chariyache Jari, Seito Vaishnava. So also, you can find some Acharya halfway break down, fall down. So it is your, it is your duty to go through Harikatha, go through Siddhanta and find the mood, find all answer. Not directly you can get. So, to represent all exact Siddhanta in front of, devotees, it is my only duty. So, also externally we can see that a vulture can fly on the topmost possible level of the sky. Externally we can see that a vulture can fly on the topmost possible level of the sky to prove that I am so much elevated. I am so much elevated, you see. But the ultimate attention of that dirty creature, vulture, is on a rotten, dead body of any beast or bird or man. Flying off very high, always is, sharp attention. Always this sharp attention is there. Where is the dead body? Where is the spoiled dead body? This is the present status. This is the present status of this modern spiritual world, society. We are really very sorry. We are really very sorry to hear such unusual words. At present we are hearing, but previously never I heard. We are really very sorry, surprised to hear such unusual comments like aristocrat sadhu, poor sadhu. Aristocrat sadhu? Yes, he is very aristocrat sadhu. He is very poor sadhu, etc. When Prahlad Maharaj very tactfully, very carefully wanted to glorify the Patishta Kami, who is expecting Patishta, that Hiranyakasipu, in front of Hiranyakasipu, Prahlad Maharaj wanted to glorify his name in such a way, all sadhu, they can enjoy. So nice, so clever, Prahlad Maharaj. Because one Vaishnava is always very clever. So, when Srila Prahlad Maharaj was very clever to represent the glories of, of Patishta Kami, Hiranyakasipu, very tactfully, in the following way. How Prahlad Maharaj glorifying and the position and rank of that Patishta Kami, beggar of Pratishtha, Hiranyakasipu. Tatsadu mannehi asura varja dehinam sada samudvigno dhiya sadgruhat hitvatvapatam gihamanda kupam banam gata yad harima asrayet tatsadu mannehi asura varja dehinam. You try to remember what I mean to say. Tatsadu mannehi asura varja dehinam. This first line I like to discuss. tat sadhu mannehe suravarja dehinam. In front of Hiranyakasipu, Prahlad Maharaj speaking that way. That Prahlad Maharaj speaking, this I think, excellent facility to leave this material world and go to forest to concentrate in the onto a lotus feet of Supreme Lord. And because this material world is full of fire all the time. Tat sadhuman, I think, is very good, for them. Those who are suffering in this material world, they can go away in forest. Forest means sadhu sangha. I already explained many times before. I have no scope now. Tat sadhu mannehi asura varja dehinam sada samudvigna dhiya sadgrahad hitvattupatam grihamanda kupam varam gataha yad harima srayet. When Prahlad Maharaj was speaking, glorifying the name of Hiranyakasipu, Pratisthakami, the beggar of Pratishtha, Hiranyakasipu, hearing it, then the king was very satisfied to hear the topmost honorable distinction given by Srila Prahlad Maharaj. But the king could not realize how much deplorable the title is. But the king could not realize, he was so full, he could not realize how much deplorable that title is. Because Asura Varjo, Tatsadu Mannehe Asura Varjo. Asura Varjo means topmost of Asura race. It means how Asura Varjo means, you are the worst of all Asuras. You are the topmost fallen. So, Asura Varja means the worst of all Asuras. You are topmost Asura. Asura Varja, not father. Prahlad Maharaj not speaking that father. Asura Varja. Similarly, this aristocrat title is applicable to a sadhu. Somebody can apply this sadhu. It is really very painful. If some sadhu become very happy to hear, oh, I am going America, Russia, here, there, I am so rich, so naturally they are going to pay some respect. No, man, no. Your money can give you respect, but that is external respect. From internal heart, nobody can pay you respect. To get the honor and respect, actual shraddha, you will have to do bhajan perfectly. Show your idealism, not a matter of joke. Similarly, this aristocrat, this title, if applied to a sadhu, he can feel that is very good, but it's really very painful. Because all genuine Gauriya sadhus are niskinchan from heart. I already told the case of Prabhupada. Prabhupada speaking, day and night, our brahmacharis, they are putting energy day and night. They are going to collect Madhukuri Viksha. They are going to collect Madhukuri Viksha all the time. And even a single penny of that amount, we are not going to misuse. We are going to use for the actual Guru Gauranga Seva. Be careful. That is called Niskinchan Bhav. I already told, you can remember, Prabhupada declaring openly, I am not going to keep any deposit money for you all so that you can have the scope to run the mission very smoothly. No, I cannot keep any deposit amount. So Srila Prabhupada always used to say that I am Niskinchan. Really, even after making 64 different mats and mandir, still Prabhupada used to say, I am Niskinchan. Why they are become very angry with a Niskinchan sadhu like me? What wrong I have done? Why they become merciless? I am Niskinchan sadhu. Prabhupada used to speak this way. Also, Bhagavan Sri Krishna used to speak. You can remember Bhagavan Sri Krishna speaking and doing everything, in favor of this, conception. Siddhanta. Even in front of Rukmini Devi in Dwaraka, Bhagavan Sri Krishna one day speaking, Aham niskinchana janoir priyo. I myself in Niskinchan, I myself, O Devi, I myself Niskinchan. And those Niskinchan sadhu, they can love me from heart. So, this is the system. Aham niskinchana janoir priyo. Krishna Bhagavan speaking. Why? Krishna Bhagavan always, Sriman Mahaprabhu also used to identify himself as Niskinchan sadhu. Not even a penny you can find with Mahaprabhu in his whole Leela. Whole Leela you can search. Where from you are learning, I don't know. Is Gauriya Siddhanta you are learning from which source, I don't know. I have some doubt. So, that is why Prabhupada wanted to speak repeatedly. You will have to search a exact source. You will have to search out an exact source from where you can hear exact Gauriya Siddhanta, Siddhanta Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Thakur. You will have to search a exact Siddhanta you can hear. You have to search out such a proper source from where you can get the privilege to hear all intact Siddhanta. We don't like to follow medicine system. We are not ready to follow medicine system. Already I told some time before that some devotees, so-called devotees, most of them, they are speaking that the language of Prabhupada is so tough, the language of Siddhanta is so tough, we cannot understand anything. They say, comparatively, the language of Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very easy. Really so? If I can put one question from the writing of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so when Srila Prahlad Maharaj giving honor to Hiranyakasipu, Tatsad manneha surovarja dehinam sada samudvigna dhiyama sadgruhat. This way, when Prahlad Maharaj speaking, Hiranyakasipu was very satisfied. Hiranyakasipu was very satisfied to get this kind of material, honor. But Asuravarjo means Prahlad Maharaj speaking that way. But Hiranyakasipu, the king, could not realize how much deplorable condition with him. The meaning of the title, he couldn't understand. Meaning of the title. Asuravarjo means the orest of all asuras. Asuravarjo means the orest of all asuras. I mean his conditions, orest. Very bad. Similarly, this aristocrat title, if applied to a sadhu, is really very painful. They can think that is very good, but actually aristocrat sadhu, this aristocrat title, if applied to a sadhu, then that sadhu can think that is very good, but it is really very painful. Because all genuine Gauriya sadhus, they are niskinchan from heart. They are all niskinchan from heart. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Gaurkishore Babaji Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Jagannath, all. Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj, Keshav, all. Siddha Goswami Maharaj, all niskinchan. Because all genuine Gauriya sadhus, they are all niskinchan from heart. So Prabhupada also used to say, I am niskinchan. Even after the establishment of 64 different modes, still Prabhupada used to speak that I am niskinchan. Sometimes Prabhupada used to say, why he is so angry with me? I am actually niskinchan sadhu. Why they have become very angry with me? I am niskinchan. What wrong I have done with them? So, this is the mood of all our Gauriya Guru Varga, Raganuga Guru Varga. They are also, we can see, that even Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he always thinking that I am Niskinchan. Not only that, in front of Rukkini Devi, 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 Bhagavan Sri Krishna speaking, I am Niskinchan, Aham Niskinchan, Niskinchana Janair Priya. I am Niskinchan, I myself Niskinchan, and those who are Niskinchan sadhu, they all love me. This is our mutual love. So, Sriman Mahaprabhu also used to identify himself as Niskinchan sadhu. In the whole life of Mahaprabhu Leela, whole Leela, you cannot find even a single penny with Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu used to, show, renounce order sannyas Leela. There are not even a single penny Mahaprabhu touching. He used to identify himself as Niskinchan sadhu. Even after establishing 64 different motts all over the world, Srila Prabhupada always used to identify himself as Niskinchan. Who is Niskinchan? How we can understand that Krishna is Niskinchan, Gaur Kishore Baba Niskinchan, Prabhupada Niskinchan, Keshav Goswami, how we can understand? How we can understand that Niskinchan? What do you mean by Niskinchan? Niskinchan means who is Niskinchan and why? If a sadhu can feel from heart that Hari Charan, Bhagavad Charan is my only shelter and property, nothing else, then he is surely Niskinchan. When a sadhu can feel from heart that only and only Hari Charan is the only shelter and property, my only property and shelter is Hari Charan, nothing else, then he is surely Niskinchan. But when Bhagavan Sri Krishna, the all-pervading Supreme Lord, speaking about his own Niskinchan Bhava, then how we can believe? Then we can believe, yes. We should understand that why Bhagavan Sri Krishna speaking, I am Niskinchan. We should understand this point under the guidance of Paramahansa Guru Varga. We should understand that only property of Sri Krishna is Radha Charan, Sri Radha Charan. We should understand this secrecy, that the only property of Bhagavan Sri Krishna is Sri Radha Charan, nothing else. That is the unique excellency here in this Siddhanta. When Bhagavan Sri Krishna Gopal going to massage the lotus feet of Baldavji Maharaj, when we can find in Vrindavan Leela, when we can find in Vrindavan Leela that Bhagavan Sri Krishna, actually, when Sri Krishna Gopal going to massage the lotus feet of Baldavji Maharaj, then externally you can find Krishna serving Baldev, but not that. Actually, it is the service of, it is the service of Baldavji Maharaj. Why? Baldavji Maharaj wanted to satisfy Krishna all the time. He never liked to interfere with his, desire. So when this become an evidence of seva of Baldavji Maharaj, this become, because when we can find that Sri Krishna Gopal going to massage the lotus feet of Baldavji Maharaj, then this become an exclusive seva of Baldavji Maharaj for Krishna. Because the only attention of Baldavji Maharaj is to satisfy Krishna somehow, in a very favorable way. Maybe this can be done through the procedure of taking seva from Krishna. If Baldavji Maharaj is going to take seva from Krishna, if Krishna become very happy, then Baldavji Maharaj is also happy. the only duty of Babaji Maharaj is to seek the satisfaction of Krishna. The secrecy of Rag Bhajan, the secrecy of Rag Bhajan is lying with this fact. Srila Prabhupada often used to say, Srila Prabhupada wanted to give this teaching, Srila Prabhupada wanted to give us a teaching, this vital point, repeatedly, through Yukta Vairagya. Prabhupada always in his whole life wanted to give this kind of example, Yukta Vairagya, to find out the way through which we can satisfy Supreme Lord, Guru Gauranga Gandharvika. That was the only, that is the only duty. So Srila Prabhupada always wanted to teach us this vital point. What is that vital point? Yukta Vairagya. A point of Yukta Vairagya. To seek the full satisfaction of Krishna is the only way of Rag Bhajan. If I need to go to hell for that, still it is okay. If I need to go to hell, if I am bound to go to hell for that, then still it is okay. To seek the full satisfaction of Krishna, if I need to go to hell, still it is okay. No problem. That is called Rag Bhajan. We know how the whole universe rejected the proposal of Naradji Maharaj. When Naradji Maharaj was searching any devotee who is ready to give dust particle from his lotus feet or her lotus feet or his lotus feet, so that Naradji Maharaj can come to Vrindavan, Naradji Maharaj can come back to Krishna and apply those dust particles on his head to give him remedy. It was a big headache. So, we know the case, how the whole universe rejected the proposal of Naradji Maharaj when he was searching for the dust particle from the lotus feet of any devotee for Krishna, for the recovery of Krishna from severe headache. But those Brajavasis, they all rejected. But those Brajavasis, especially those Brajagopikas, they were very much anxious about the sickness of Sri Krishna. So they started giving dust particles from their lotus feet to ensure Sri Krishna's good health, recovery. Those Gopikas, they can come down to any level for the complete satisfaction of Sri Krishna. They are never going to think about they are never going to seek any satisfaction. They never try to, think about themselves. So those Gopikas, they can come down to any level for the complete satisfaction of Sri Krishna. That is called actually Raganuga, secret devotee, a secret bhajan. The same mood of secret Raga Bhajan was expressed by Srila Prabhupada when he told, the same mood of very secret Raga Bhajan was expressed by Srila Prabhupada when he told, I can come down to any level for the actual preaching of Sri Chaitanya Vani. Many of his followers misunderstood him. Many of his followers misunderstood him, left him mercilessly, but still Srila Prabhupada was fixed on his determination. Prabhupada was not ready to change his own point. So, that is why Prabhupada used to speak, if the whole world going against me, still I am going to I am going to sing about that absolute truth, absolute way, standing under the umbrella of lotus feet of Sri Guru Padma. So I am not going to change my standpoint. Sometimes Srila Prabhupada used to say, the main reason, sometime Srila Prabhupada used to say, the reason for why I was bound to come on this earth is not yet completed. The reason for why I was bound to come here on this earth is not yet completed. Because to clean all the garbage, to clean all the garbage gathered on this material world, this duty I was doing for a long time, and now all my time gone. I couldn't get the any scope, to speak all about the secret bhajan, rag bhajan. Sometimes Prabhupada used to speak that Hidaya bolilo keba daita dasar seva gopi bhav kathar kirtan. Hidaya bolilo keba daita dasar seva gopi bhav kathar kirtan. Prabhupada writing in his, who is Vaishnava there, you can find. Hidaya bolilo keba daita dasar seva gopi bhav kathar kirtan. Prabhupada speaking, who's speaking inside my heart all the time? It is your duty to sing all about the glories of those gopikas, Gopi Bhav Kathar Kirtan. What Prabhupada wanted to speak, what Prabhupada wanted to give indication, you should understand. Hidaya bolilo keba daita dasar seva Gopi Bhav Kathar Kirtan. Prabhupada wanted to give indication that somebody is speaking inside myself, speaking inside me all the time, that go on singing all about the glories of those gopikas, Manjuris. So, what Prabhupada wanted to speak in front of us, really Prabhupada wanted to speak in front of us, but Prabhupada couldn't get any scope to speak in front of us. Prabhupada speaking from Himalaya to Kanyakumarika. From Himalaya up to Kanyakumarika, I was bound to run here and there, but I couldn't find even a single, devotee who is really interested to hear all about this, secret bhajan. I couldn't find. Prabhupada used to speak that way. Prabhupada wanted to speak that way. Not that our Guru Varga, not that. Not that Prabhupada wanted to mean that nobody, Kesab and all our Guru Varga are useless. Not that. Prabhupada wanted to speak. It was my effort all along. I wanted to give this message of Krishna. There is exclusive love affair between Gopikas and Krishnas, Brajavasis. But I couldn't get the scope because the heart is not going to leave, material thing. So, without any quality, Prabhupada was less interested to speak any secret thing in front of anybody. That doesn't mean Prabhupada never wanted to speak about Raganuga Bhajan. We know that Prabhupada speaking Harikatha at the bank of Radha Kundo in the month of Kartik. I heard it from Guru Varga. Prabhupada speaking Harikatha, and somehow Prabhupada was speaking about Radharani, but as soon as he was going to utter the name of Radharani, Prabhupada stopped Harikatha, started showing Ashtasattvic Vikar. So who told Prabhupada is not in favor of Raganuga Bhajan? Only Prabhupada cannot allow us to jump into fire, glowing fire. Prabhupada always wanted to ensure a smooth bhajan life, so that ultimately we can reach up to the level, we can go up to the level. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur also writing that if we are engaged in Vidhi Marg, then ultimately by the guidance of Rupanuga Guru Varga, ultimately we can reach up to that level. So I can discuss this point sometime. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing that Vidhi Margo Ratojane Sadhinata Ratnodane Rag Margi Korai Pravesh. Very nice, Siddhanta. I can explain someday. Srila Prabhupada also used to say that if we are going to feel any attraction, if we are going to feel, if we are not going to feel any attraction for aprakita madhur rasa, you see, Srila Prabhupada used to say that if at all we are not going to feel any attraction for aprakita madhur rasa bilas, conjugal love affair, madhur rasa bilas aprakita, then surely, very shortly, material madhur rasa bhava can contaminate us, we can feel attraction and go to hell. It's a must. Prabhupada used to speak this way. Now, in this respect, I would like to project some points which is very vital regarding Yukta Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya is a topmost secrecy to get entry into Raganuga Bhajan. So I like to explain some points. So one or two cases I can speak. So Yukta Vairagya. So now, in this respect, I would prefer to project some points on Yukta Vairagya technique, usually followed by Srila Prabhupada, just like Srimati Radharani. Srimati Radharani can face any problem, but still cannot leave Krishna Seva. So you see, one day before sending Srila Bano Goswami Maharaj to foreign country for preaching purpose, for the preaching of Sri Chaitanya Vani, one day Srila Prabhupada requested him, told him to put on all suit and coat and suit and boot, etc., and come in front of you. But Srila Banu Maharaj was feeling very shy. He was not ready to do that. But ultimately, by the instruction of Srila Prabhupada, by the instruction of Srila Prabhupada, ultimately he was bound to change his dress, sannyas dress, and come in the form of coat, pant, shirt, tree, tie, boot, everything. Then Srila Prabhupada started speaking, come on, now it is okay, it's all okay. This is called Yukta Vairagya. This is called actually Yukta Vairagya. So what Prabhupada wanted to speak, common people cannot understand. Very rare thing. Another example I can speak, one day, the last sannyasi of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Jajavar Goswami Maharaj, well, he was feeling very shy to speak Harikatha in front of all those erudite scholars in a very big, Dharma Sabha. He was not ready to speak in front of public. He was very shy. But it was the standing instruction of Srila Prabhupada that Srila Jajava Goswami Maharaj must go there to speak Harikatha as a representative of Gauriya Math. As a representative of Gauriya Math, he must go. But Srila Jajava Goswami Maharaj started crying, what I can speak there? I am not Pandit. I am not, smart. How I can speak Harikatha there? Srila Jajava Goswami Maharaj, on hearing this instruction by Srila Prabhupada, and he started crying. He started singing, how I can go, what I can speak there, the big Sava, Dharma Sava there. But Srila Prabhupada never wanted to change his decision. He took decision to send Jajava Goswami Maharaj as a representative of Gauriya Mission, and he must go there in that Sava. He must speak Harikatha. He started crying. But Srila Prabhupada speaking, what happens? What happens? He will have to go. He will have to go. What's the reason for why he is crying? He must go. I am not going to change my decision. That time, he was bound to go there to speak Harikatha, and all sadhu there, they all started speaking, sadhu, 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 very good, very good, very good. They started speaking. So, from long distance, Prabhupada can give kripa to anybody. We must believe that all our Harikatha, all our writings, all our Siddhanta, or if we are at all Anugata, 100% inclined, then all we can get power, divine help from Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We can do very soon. I was speaking about some special point that somebody is speaking that the language and Siddhanta of Srila Prabhupada is very tough, whereas the language of Bhaktivinoda Thakur is comparatively very easy. Now, if I say, you are educated, maybe you have some double MA degree in Bengali. So I like to put one question, very simple. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, from the writings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking that in Bengali, first I can speak in Bengali. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing that Bhagavanir Antaranga Shakti, Asal Shakti. Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing. I am speaking from one of the writings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhagavanir Antaranga Shakti, Asal Shakti, Bastav. এই অন্তরঙ্গা শক্তির বাইরে যে শক্তি আছে বলে মনে হয়, অথচ এই অন্তরঙ্গা স্বরূপ শক্তি না থাকলে যার কোনো অস্তিত্ব থাকে না, তাকে বলে মায়া. Somebody putting question in front of Bhaktivinoda Thakur giving answer very clearly, very, very clearly in Bengali language. There is no, complicacy. Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, ভগবানের স্বরূপ শক্তি হলো শক্তি, ভগবানের স্বরূপ শক্তির বাইরে যে শক্তি আছে বলে মনে হয়, অথচ যে স্বরূপ শক্তি না থাকলে পরে এই শক্তির কোনো অস্তিত্ব থাকে না, তাকে বলে মায়া. তাকেই বলে মায়া. যে ভগবানের স্বরূপ শক্তি হলো শক্তি, স্বরূপ শক্তির বাইরে যে শক্তি আছে বলে মনে হয়, অথচ স্বরূপ শক্তি ছাড়া যার কোনো অস্তিত্ব নাই, তাকে বলা হয় Maya. What do you understand? It is my question, what do you understand? If you are Bengali man, I am putting question, what do you understand? Or Hindi, if you understand, I am putting Hindi. भगवान का स्वरूप शक्ति, असली शक्ति, भगवान का स्वरूप शक्ति का बाहर जो शक्ति है बोल के महसूस होता है, लेकिन भगवान का स्वरूप शक्ति को हटा लिया जाए तो जो शक्ति का कोई अस्तित्व नहीं रहती, उसका नाम है माया. अब क्या समझे? अब बताओ क्या समझे? भगवान का स्वरूप शक्ति ही असली शक्ति है. भगवान का स्वरूप शक्ति का बाहर जो शक्ति है बोल के महसूस होता है, लेकिन भगवान का अंतरंगा शक्ति, स्वरूप शक्ति को हटा लेने से जो शक्ति का एग्जिस्टेंस मिसिंग हो जाता है, जाती है, उसका नाम माया. मतलब क्या समझे? Can you give answer properly? Very simple Bengali, but you cannot answer. So this means actually what Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to say, that Sarup Sakti is the exact Sakti. Antaranga Sakti is the Sakti of Supreme, really so, eternally existence. But except that, there is one shadow of that Sarup Sakti, that is called Maya Sakti. So without that Sarup Shakti existing in the eternal world, is the perverted reflection of that, that Sarup Shakti. So if Sarup Shakti is not there, like one shadow of one object, if the object itself is not there, then the shadow cannot, we cannot get any shadow. Similarly. So in English, what you can understand, that the internal Sarup Shakti of Bhagavan is a genuine Shakti, except that another Shakti, we can feel the experience of another Shakti in this material world, but except that Antaranga Shakti, which is eternally existing there in Nitya Jagat, we cannot find the existence of this Shakti, that is called Maya Shakti. So try to understand. Eternally existing that Maya Shakti and the shadow Shakti here in this material world is Maya. So what Prabhupada wanted to say, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to say, if Sarup Shakti is not there, then there is no question of shadow. No question of shadow. So Sarup Shakti is the original Shakti, except that we can feel the experience, we can experience another Shakti in this material world. But believe me, without that Sarup Shakti, this Shakti, without the Shakti, this Shakti can lose, position and rank, everything, vanish. That is called actually Maya. So, externally you can find is very, very easy representation. Word and theme of Bhaktivinoda Thakur is very easy. And the word and Siddhanta, the writings of Prabhupada and Siddhanta of Prabhupada is very tough. But I heard from my Guru Padma, Guru Varga, very nice Siddhanta, Guru Maharaj used to say, also from Guru Varga I heard, Keshav Goswami Maharaj, Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, sometime, speaking actually the speech and Siddhanta and the writings of Prabhupada is like coconut. Coconut, externally, you have no scope to touch that sweet water and fruits inside. You will have to break that, coconut, then you can find nice, sweet water and all, you can enjoy, coconut inside. But externally, if you stand with that, you can only see hard, wooden structure all around. So Guru Varga used to speak, it is like, avedya. You have to penetrate. How? By Saranagati. By Saranagati, if you can penetrate that covering, you can enter the theme, Baba, and the meaning of the writings of Prabhupada. Otherwise, you cannot understand. See the word excellence, you see. I can give one example in favor of that. So what I heard from Guru Varga, I myself also experienced it. First of all, when I started reading about Prabhupada, first of all, very, very early, in my life or devotional life, first of all, I was feeling some problem. When I started reading daily, then gradually find it very easy. The meaning is very easy. No problem in it. So by the mercy of Prabhupada, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, and only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, you can get entry into the Siddhanta Vichar and the meaning of Srila, other writings of Prabhupada. Otherwise, you cannot get entry. You can find it's very hard. When you are inclined, when you are sincere, when you are going to do bhajan very nicely, day by day, and thinking about Prabhupada day and night, automatically, I promise, touching Bhagavatam, it's automatically, you can gradually start, you can you can gradually increase your, percepting power. You can realize. You can start realizing the meaning, what Prabhupada want to say. In this context, I would like to give one example here. Long ago, when Prabhupada was doing Leela, so Prabhupada used to arrange, different kind of exhibition in different places. Howrah station, in Dhaka, different places, in Allahabad, everywhere. So all the time, it was the duty of Prabhupada, to arrange something so that common people can get benefit, so that common people can come out of material bondage. They can get the scope to start Hari Bhajan. That was the only desire of Srila Prabhupada from heart. So, Prabhupada used to arrange different kind of exhibition. That time exhibition was opened at Dhaka, main Dhaka city. That time it was the system, different kind of dolls, exhibition, cartoon and dolls every install. It was installed, different Leela, Hiranyakasipu giving punishment to Prahlad Maharaj, sometime Ajamil, this different kind of, in different stall, different kind of, exhibition there. And with that exhibition, there is also, guidance in the form of writing. What Siddhanta, you can understand from this, display, this, So Prabhupada used to write very deep meaning. And so they used to paste it in the outside wall so that everybody can come and watch the Leela exhibition, and they can read the pamphlet and the paper. They can come to understand, they can realize, oh, this is the meaning of this Leela. They can realize Siddhanta Vichar, everything. But one day, some principals, someday some professors and some principals of some different colleges, and especially from Jagannath College of Dhaka, some teachers, professors, they came to watch that exhibition. They started watching one by one. But when they are going through the writings, they cannot understand the meaning. It's very simple, Bengali writing. So it was the system, some guide is there on behalf of Gaudiya Math. Standing there, if somebody going to put some question, it was the responsibility of that guide to give answer. So they cannot understand. They are putting question in front of that, guide. Here it is written this way. What is the meaning of this, sentence? We cannot make any, meaning. Then the boy, the devotee, small devotee, started explaining what Prabhupada wanted to mean by this writing. They were very surprised to see the meaning. Oh, really so? Oh, this way, the representation is so nice, but so typical. We cannot understand the meaning. Now we can understand very easily. This way, common people cannot understand the writings and speech of Prabhupada. One or two examples also I can give, so that you can understand very easily. Our Guru Varga, one of our Guru Varga, Kunja Vihari Vidyabhushan. Kunjada, when came first, they are eternal person maybe, but when they manifest this kind of lila, when Kunjada came first to attend the Harikatha of Prabhupada, he was doing service in, GPO, General Post Office in Dalhousie. He took leave for at least, 3 weeks. He came, and by the advice of his friends, or his name of the friend was usually Paramananda Prabhu. both of them are from the same village, native land, native place. So, by the request of, Paramananda Prabhu, he came. He was given guest house, everything, place for staying, and prasadam arrangement was all there. He started hearing Harikatha at Jogpit Mandir. Prabhupada speaking Harikatha daily. But after 2, 3, 4 days, he discovered that it is useless for me to come here. I cannot understand what he mean to say. What do you mean to say? He is only sadhu. No sadhu is there. What do you mean to say? Oh, I don't like to stay here. I like to take leave very shortly. Then he apprised his own, desire in front of Paramananda Babu. Paramananda Babu said, no, don't go, please don't go now. You go on hearing for some days more. Don't go now, it is my request. You go on hearing for some days more. You can automatically realize, really so. After 7 days is over, Kunjoda started realizing the inner meaning, what Prabhupada want to say about that absolute truth. Oh, really? Oh, really? This kind of exclusive Siddhanta Vichar is rare in this material world. Impossible. It's Golok Bani. I must stay here for whole life. I must give service. I must dedicate my life unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada this way. Another example I can give to in front of you, that long ago when Prabhupada was there in Radhakundo, that time Prabhupada was in Radhakunda at the time of Kartik month, maybe, speaking Harikatha in front of some erudite scholars. Prabhupada speaking very nice Siddhanta. After hearing all Harikatha, some devotees, those who were habituated to hear Prabhupada for a long time, they could realize something. But some of them, especially those who are newcomer, maybe they are educated, very big professor or, master, maybe. They started speaking in front of Prabhupada, your Harikatha is really very nice. It's going to, change our heart, but we cannot, make any meaning of some of your Siddhantas. So could you please come down to our level to speak Harikatha very smoothly, easily, so that we can realize very easily? Then Prabhupada started speaking. If the speaker, the Harikatha who is speaking Harikatha, Prabhupada speaking, if the speaker not going to come down to the level of those audience, rather if that, that speaker out of his own kripa going to give power to those audience to come up to the level of the speaker, is it good or not? They started, laughing, really so. Prabhupada never wanted to make any compromise with anybody. Prabhupada started speaking. So, if the speaker not going to come down up to the level of the audience, rather if the speaker going to help all those, audience, those who are going to hear Harikatha, if the speaker going to lift to them, help them come up to the level of the speaker, is it good or not? Then they started laughing. So in the whole life, Srila Prabhupada never wanted to make any compromise in the way of Suddha Bhakti. So I was bound to put all those, one by one, so many examples in front of you so that you can realize what Prabhupada wanted to do, what Prabhupada wanted to speak, what is the exclusive Acharyaship of Srila Prabhupada. By your mercy, by the mercy of Guru Varga or the audience, if they can bless me, I can go on explaining about the exclusive Acharyaship of Srila Prabhupada. I can remember all new points and I can go on discussing. Now, Next day I can discuss some points that how exclusive way Prabhupada wanted to request those, disciples, those who are specially going for preaching purpose. In front of them, Prabhupada wanted to speak some special message for them, for all, everybody, but especially for them. Before sending them on preaching ground, preaching field, Prabhupada wanted to clarify some special points which we all should understand and realize to cut all our ignorance. Who can go for preaching? What should be his mood? Otherwise, if we cannot understand in halfway, many acharyas, many preachers, halfway they fall down, break down. So, we can really understand all those secrecies. And also, I am interested to discuss about the exclusive order by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, before leaving his body, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to give some special instruction to Srila Bimala Prasad. Special instruction. I am very interested to discuss all about it. Very long discussion actually. Like in the year of 1914, actually, Bhaktivinoda Thakur left this material world in the year of 1914, before Rath Yatra day, and one day before Rath Yatra. And, Gundicha Mandir day, or maybe, yes. So, you see, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted to give some special instruction to Bimala Prasad Saraswati, Prabhupada. What? Different kind of instruction was given. Well, first of all, to start Dham Parikrama, to install Daiva Varnashram Dharma, to start Dham Parikrama, to open the operation of Vishwa Vaishnava Rajsabha, to establish Vishwa Vaishnava freshly, or also Dham Pracharani Sabha, etc. All those points are very vital points. I like to discuss all in details, but there should not be any disturbance. If there is any disturbance, interruption in Harikatha, I feel very sorry for that. I cannot, bear. That is the main point. So, atah dussangam ussijyo sassu sajjeda buddhimanaha ataha dussanga parichaya sassu sajjeda buddhimanaha santa eva asso chindanti manobhyasangam uktivi. I can discuss this sloka next day. So, up to this point, I like to stop. Gaurangaika gatir bhajasya tamati si gauradhama sthiti sasasaika vitere kusanga virati dusto vetha niskriti sirupai garati sanatananati srijivote jostuti shishidhanta saraswati vijayate Gauri Yogoshti Pati Shishidhanta Saraswati Vijayate Gauri Yogoshti Pati Sujanar Buddharadito Pada Jugam Jugadharma Durandhara Patro Baram Baradavayadaya Kapuya Padam Panamami Sada Prabhupadu Padam Pranamami sada Prabhupadupadam Pranamami sada Prabhupadupadam Vanchakalpatarusi ke pasindu bevacha Patitanang pavana vaishnavabhyo namo namah.